Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. I don't know why I keep saying it like that. We are at the outskirts of Rovna. We had a pretty uneventful way here. Went through two parts of some woods. Found an interesting sight, a burnt down house. That wasn't really interesting at all. And now we're here. We've been through Rovna twice. Once when we were fleeing from Skalitz and rode all the way to Townburg, and once more when we... Hello? When we went back to Skalitz from Townburg. Other than that, we haven't been here. We're trying to find Father Simon. Oh, villager. Hello. Why are we trying to find Father Simon? For poisoning reasons. We need to try and cure someone of potential poisoning. Then we're also gonna make our way up to Ujits, because we want to learn how to read.
Good day to you.
You live here alone?
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here on your own?
Quite so. All by myself. All the others were either killed by the Cumans or fled to Rattay.
It's a terrible thing that happened here.
I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where folk would try to hide.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
Well, I don't see your family with you. I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife to Rattay with some others.
And you didn't go with her? So how come you stayed here alone then?
I'm sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players, so when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. But it's starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The Cumans.
If it were Cumans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough.
So when will the people come back, you think?
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
Well, I don't know about Skalitz, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing is spiritual support.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property. But simple folk want someone to tend their souls.
Of course. But it was the Skalitz parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did. But there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely not in Rattay among the refugees.
That's true enough. I didn't see him there.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
I can ask around, sure.
I can always ask. But I've heard where the Skalitz priest went.
That's great news. Although I had my eye on another priest.
Who is he?
You might as well tell me who he is. What I heard about the Skalitz priest might just be rumours.
True. Well then, a few years ago there used to be another priest in Skalitz. Simon, I think his name was.
Simon. Father Simon, I remember him. That's the one who went missing, right?
Aye. I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And then she died somehow, poor thing.
Somehow she died, just like somehow Emperor Palpatine returned. I hadn't heard about that.
That's not a story I've come across.
It only reaches folk who care for such tales. Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and ran away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time. Until this spring, he showed up here.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may even have had words with him.
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad. and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry. I'll bring someone.
Take care now.
Kind of a cheerful fella for being the only one living in the village. So, talk to... well, that's still him. Find Father Simon. Talk to the family of Father Simon's housekeeper. Which would be where? Did man tell no tales? No, that we're not gonna track that one. In God's hands, a man of the cloth is what we want to find. And this would be north of Skalitz. I see. Well, we might as well try and go into Skalitz and find the treasure then. Don't worry, I drank some saber schnapps just outside of Rovna, so don't have to run all the way from Sasau. Because remember, Kunitz? Kunesh was his name. Dang it, me and names do not, we're on bad terms. Kunesh owed my father money, and then that debt, I inherited that debt, I guess, somehow. And he didn't have any money, so he said that there was treasure up in Skalitz. But there are also supposed to be bandits in Skalitz. Oop. Right, couldn't go in this way. I needed to go in from the side, I believe. This is also where we've been back one time. And we got our ass handed to us. Come on, Pebbles. I know that there's a way in here somewhere. Shit. That's a few too many people for my liking. I'll just dismount and take a look. Who are the good guys and who are the bad guys? I don't know who's who. Did you say where the dovecote was? No. I'm just gonna try and sneak around a little bit. I don't want to get involved in whatever you're doing. You know what would help? It would also help if I knew exactly what a dovecote was, wouldn't it? Give me a moment. Well, I feel stupid. It was quite a literal thing. A home for doves. So, yeah. Don't mind me. And don't know exactly what it would look like or who would house doves. I mean, I guess doves would mostly be used for as messengers. So potentially, I was gonna say up in the palace. Well, not palace, but castle. That doesn't seem very likely though. That's outside the scope of the search area. The range of the search area. So who else? Up there they kept sheep. I remember that. Who would have kept doves? Well, no, we have some black feathers, some rooster feathers, an egg. I'm sure we'll take the cobweb too. That was a coop, not a dovecote. Well, at least there are no private areas anymore, so I can go around and check everything as much as I want. Maybe someone left something else behind. And we're just here, sleep and save. Okay. Can I do that, actually? Right, Henry's still hungry. We're just gonna... Sure. Sleep like so, and then cancel. I guess that works. So now we're here in Skalitz. Henry, I know your pain. I'm also a little bit hungry. Here, have some bacon. I'm just gonna have to walk around until I spot something that looks like a dovecot. And also potentially pick up things people have left behind. When they were killed and slaughtered and tried to run away. Ah, this is where Bianca was. I mean, I slept for a whole of 20 minutes or something. Maybe the bad people are gone? Methinks the bad people are gone. Still doesn't bring me any closer to a dovecot. I mean, yeah, the most logical place for me would be to say castle. But castle out of bounds. Well, I can go up to the castle. And also, Skalitz is a fairly big little town. Maybe here? Maybe one of these? Down here? Vault the fence, Henry. Or just jump over it. I think that's that one. This is all burnt. You know what? I'm just gonna run around until I find the dovecot. And then we'll see if it was worth it. Okay.
It's here. That Kunesh wasn't lying. I know this goblin. It belongs to Baron. And he's still alive. I saw him in Ratai among the refugees, wearing red as always. Now what?
I gave it back to Baron. I just needed to walk like 2 or 3 more steps to find it. Then it just popped up. Start digging. Okay. We found the dovecot. Now we're gonna go up here. Talk to the family about Simon. I see a lot of purple flowers / herbs. None of these are probably the herb I need. That's my main motivation for learning how to read right now. So I can freaking find a herbarium somewhere, read it, and see which herbs, you know, counteract pain. That guy can go back to work without losing his job. Would this be the farm we're talking about? Yes. So the distances look very far away on the map, but they aren't really, at least not when you have pebbles. Ah, pebbles. Ah, pebbles. Hello.
Mother of God, you look like you've been assaulted.
I'm looking for Father Simon.
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I want him to return to St. James.
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want to know?
Where Father Simon is? What went on between Simon and your daughter?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
Life found a way. Well, these things happen.
Yes, these things happen. What can you do?
It's human
I
nature.
said as much. I was just glad our girl was provided for. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
Oh,
Very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
what's going on
What
with your
happened to Simon?
hair?
The poor man. He took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
Sorry, I completely missed that dialogue because her hair is dispelling the depth of field effect. Looks kind of hilarious. What did you say? Poor man, he took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication. That's nonsense.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord moves in mysterious ways. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid. And then, one fine day, the presbytery was deserted. It took a good season before another priest came along.
It's kind of distracting now that I see it's there. Also, he thought it was God's, wrath. I mean, God has, since the New Testament at least, he kind of has an offhands approach, doesn't he? According to the Bible. Sent Jesus down, died, and then just, whatever. In the Old Testament days. No, then he was an asshole. Big asshole. Because only asshole genocide people. So he was kind of an asshole back then. He mellowed down once he had a kid, like many people do. And Jesus came and that. And since then, he's kind of been like, whatever dudes, just believe in me and love me and it will all be fine. He doesn't personally smite people anymore. He might be listening to prayers. He most definitely does not act on prayers. At least not in a way that's very visible. What went on between Simon and your daughter? Well, we know that. We asked that. They banged. They boinked. They fornicated. They had intimate relations. Where is he?
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it, even though I haven't seen him myself.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, there's been wreaths of comfrey turning up next to it. I don't take them there, nor my husband neither.
You think Simon does?
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while, so perhaps he's moved on elsewhere again.
I see.
And it's only that specific angle too, with when we see her face and the house in the background. That's the only time her hair interrupts the depth of field effect. Not on that house, but only on the house behind her. So where is that cross?
Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalitz. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths. Mary's cross is by one of them, close to the brook.
All right, thanks.
I'll be going now.
I'll be going.
Very good then. And if you do find him, let him know that we have no hard feelings.
I'll tell him.
Yeah, it's his own guilt he has to overcome. So now we're going to the west of Skalitz. We sure are. Because guilt can be one hell of a thing. Sometimes we get guilt for things we don't really need to get guilty of. Human mind definitely works in mysterious ways. Although sometimes we wish it didn't, but human mind's gonna be a human mind. What's that little village over there? Is that also part of Skalitz? Yep, that might be part of Skalitz too.
Yeah.
Oh, take it easy, Pebbles. You're getting a little low on stamina there.
Yeah.
Please stop adjusting my camera angles. Now, unfortunately, we still can't read, so we can't figure out which cross is Mary's. We'll just have to go for finding wreaths of comfrey near the cross. Oh, is it gonna be
Yeah.
up here somewhere? I only paid half attention to that conversation. I was too distracted by her magic hair. I just traipsed through the woods. That looked like the roof of a house, so I had to stop and look. I might have... You discovered Skalitz Woods. How many bandits live in the Skalitz Woods? Even one bandit is one bandit too many. This might be the cross. Well, it's no wreath of comfrey, but...
This must be that cross. Mary's mother was right. Someone did lay flowers here recently.
Look around the area. Simon could well be hiding somewhere nearby. Well, I guess we're looking through the area. Pebbles.
I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
Yes, comfrey. We have seen a lot of comfrey. I just don't remember. Oh, hey, look, comfrey. Yeah, there's a lot of comfrey here. We saw a lot of comfrey when we were doing our took a job as a weeder. We didn't do our job very well. I missed a few dandelions, so I lost reputation with Brother Nicodemus. How large is this area we're supposed to... I'm just at... Okay. If I were living here, I would actually set up somewhere near the water so I could have easy access when I need to, you know, wash my face, wash my hands after taking care of business, wiping my arse with leaves. Hey, look at that. Perfect. I just need to find a way down that won't break my legs. I do have bandages. I just don't need more injuries. Thank you. Father Simon, I presume.
Pretty unforgiving. One of my mates got hanged for nick.
No, maybe not. There are two people here. Tramp?
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've come for Father Simon.
I've come for the priest. Simon.
There's no one here called that.
There is. Do you take me for a fool?
All right. Maybe there is someone here. What of it? We're not going anywhere.
You're holding a sorcerer? What? Oh, are you actually... Are you holding him prisoner? The Talmberg guards are after you.
I think you should talk less and move your legs more.
And why is that? You think you've got what it takes to beat us?
I might. But it doesn't matter, because I saw you yesterday, and then stopped by Talmberg to report. So, unless you'd rather wait for Sir Divish's Captain Robard, you should go now.
Shit. All right, we'll go. How far are they?
Far enough still. If you run, I'm sure you'll get away.
Right. Thanks for the warning.
Bastards, get out of here. Did you leave anything behind? Anything interesting behind? No, not really. Father Simon, I presume. Again. You seem rather relaxed for being held hostage.
Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to fear I'd never get out of here alive.
I even solved it without violence. I mean, everyone can be dangerous. Even barehanded. They could have punched him, kicked him, drowned him. Yeah, these are hard times.
Times are hard when brigands roam the land and attack the defenseless.
But they didn't attack me. I saw them raiding birds' nests down by the path, so I took pity on them.
Which makes what they did all the more loathsome. That's no way to repay a good Christian's hospitality.
And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar. But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true. I've come to ask a favor of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Skalitz has a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James. They need a priest. Any priest.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over to repentance.
I mean, isn't that kind of perfect for a priest? Especially in these times, to both learn about repentance and teach others about repentance. I know your story.
I know your story, Father.
Then you know what I'm guilty of.
Yes, and I don't want to try to make light of it. Your conscience is your own affair, but I know that deep down you're a good man.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't know me.
But I know what you did. Many priests break God's commandments willy-nilly and aren't the least ashamed.
That doesn't absolve me of my sins. God's law is set, no matter how often it's violated.
You're certainly right, but the people need you. And forgive me for being blunt, but while you can leave the presbytery if you choose, it doesn't absolve you of your duty to Christian folk.
But I'm a sinner. I'm not fit to guide anyone. I'm unworthy to do so.
Priests, bishops, monks, abbots, they're all sinners. Even the Holy Father himself is a sinner. You've done your penance, and now your people need you.
You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time, until they find someone better.
And also, if you're believing in both the Old and New Testament, original sin, dude. We're all sinners, according to that one. That's why we need to seek repentance. And I mean, what better person to help people out of sin than a sinner themselves? You can't really teach someone about something, and if you haven't actually been in that kind of situation, in those kind of shoes. Yes, and it is as you say.
As you say. Once things are back in order, there'll be a new priest at St. James, and you can leave if you want.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to St. James.
Thank you. Your parishioners will be very grateful.
So him just saying that I can't do this because I'm a sinner, kind of is kind of weird, yes. Because everyone be sinners. We're all sinners in one way or another. There's no getting around that. Even if you don't believe in original sin, I guess you have your own set of standards that you have crossed at some point, and thus you're a sinner to yourself. That's where the guilty conscience comes in again. Anywho, I need help with treatment.
I need help with treatment.
And what's wrong with you?
Well, not me.
Oh, nothing. But Philip from Skalitz is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last long.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded, but I heard he was hiding from the Cumans for days in a pile of carcasses.
The Lord have mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged, but even then he's in God's hands.
Sickness
How do
must
I
be
clean his
purged.
intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits. The purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled from Artemisia. It'll make him a bit delirious, but it'll help. I'll show you how to prepare it.
You reach a new level in alchemy. Okay. Artemisia pot. Now I even more need to freaking go and read. Where's the mightier than the sword? Yeah, I need to go read. Also, in God's hands, no, man of the cloth. Go to Rovna, report what happened. That's over there. I hope. Ooh, take it easy, Henry. We are wearing armor. It makes us heavier. We're gonna take even more damage if we jump from too great a height. I was about to say something, but then Henry jumped down a cliff and almost injured himself, so now I kinda lost track. I need to get out of here. I need to go back to Rovna. Then we go to... ooh, hair. To Ushitz. To learn how to read. I hope I have enough Groschen. I should have. Also, we have a lot of skills, don't we? We have the 1 point in main level. I'm just gonna keep saving. Because, you know, these don't really interest me that much. Scout, maybe, but I haven't done a lot of fast traveling yet. We have a point in agility, where we can get the featherweight to not take damage from falling. We do have a point in speech. See, we can get final offer. We can get another chance when they lose patience during haggling, which we do a lot. So that could be nice. In dialogues, you see your counterparts' stats and skill checks. No, that feels a little bit boring. I kind of like the hidden thing. Kind of forces me to go and try and use the skill check I feel would be best for the situation instead of metagaming and doing which I know would be more successful. Can be a... and jump silver tongue. Increases your speech skill when haggling. Ooh. Troubadour. 50% higher reputation when you talk to women. And a +1 speech bonus, so you can persuade them more easily. And you can avail yourself of Bath Wench's services for free. They don't want any money to lie with me? Well, interesting. I do feel like we are definitely here. We are the hagglers. So that's what we're gonna do. Our nourishment is a bit low, so we might have to eat. Maybe that's the one I should check. Instead of waiting for the Henry to complain about hunger, should probably eat before then. And I see now we have black splotches here, which means we're dirty, I guess. That's why everyone keeps complaining. We have a level in sword, somehow. We have blood strike. Rhythm stab //. I need to remember that. Stab //. Instead of a started strike from the right, strike unexpectedly at your opponent's face. Turn your weapon around his and strike him quickly with the blunt end. If you have a shield, use its edge for striking. Again, another reason why I should go to the tourney to maybe try that out. And we have a Zorn Ort Wrath Strike for longsword. Do I even have a longsword? I don't think I have a longsword. We have a double stab, short sword, hunting sword, saber, // stab. After a flurry of quick thrusts, twist the point forward, guide the opponent's weapon sideways, with twin quick stabs and strike the exposed chest. So maybe I do need to do these. So it's stab, then right from the left, then from the lower right. So stab, no, No, I am not gonna be able to remember these, especially if I need to remember the directions as well. Make a scar maker, I still don't have a longsword. By means of rapid attacks, put the opponent on the defensive, then feint a stab, but instead of carrying it through, execute a mittelhau. What? Around the opponent's blade straight to the face. So from the lower left and then just stab. Instead of carrying it through? Ah, instead of carrying the stab through, so you... that makes no sense, man. So sword are just techniques. Different attacks instead of swinging wildly like I do. We have a level in herbalism. We can get flower power. If you got enough fragrant herbs in your inventory, you gain a +2 charisma bonus. Oh. Horsenip. If your horse has enough fragrant herbs in its saddlebag, it will shy less. Botanist, level 10, level 10. The herbs you sell have a 50% higher price. I'm not gonna sell herbs, I'm gonna make potions. Leg day. Herb picking activity will add experience to your strength stat too. Okay, so I guess we take flower power then. Because I'm almost always running around with herbs in my inventory. We're level 6 in herbalism. That's kind of cool. Horsemanship. Heavy duty pony. Carry more but it's slower. Alright, it's these ones. It's boring. We're gonna wait for level 7, I think. Hunting is the same. Maintenance. Fragrance. With freshly laundered clothes on, you have +1 higher charisma for 1 day. If you're wearing boots you repaired yourself, sprinting will cost you 20% less stamina so you can run for longer. I mean, sure, that sounds fun. Just, you know, go around and make sure to take baths all the time. Stealth, stealth. Daring debonair. After committing a crime, you get a +1 bonus to strength and vitality until your court leave. You move almost silently in the rain. Well, I'd rather take something that that's active most of the time instead of just when it so happens to be raining. Unless I can also get the ability to do a rain dance. Yes, I know I left pebbles up there. I'm gonna call pebbles down here when I get out on flat ground. Whoop. Like say here. Pebbles. Here, pebbles. So now I just need to go back to Rovna. Tell him that, yep, your priest is coming back. You may thank me. You can thank me by showering me in groschen. I was about to say gold. Then... well, then we're going for Ushits, because we need to learn how to read, so we can save what's his name's life, the guy who's poisoned. Anyway, back to Rovna. I had to take a little bit of a detour because there were some people. Oh, horsemanship! Woohoo! There were some people hanging out in you know, in a part of Skalitz. I didn't want to go there. Hello.
Good day to you.
Good day to you. I have a priest for you.
I found you a priest.
Really? That's wonderful news. Who is it?
The former parish priest of St. James. I persuaded him to return to live among you, at least for a while.
So you found him?
Yes. He was roaming the woods around here.
Thank God. You'll see. Once there's a priest, people will soon be back.
I hope so.
I've put together a small sum for a new piece. So I thought a portion should definitely go to you, as a reward.
Ooh. I mean, I did say that I hope he could shower me in groschen, but I was mostly joking, because I was searching for the priest for my own reasons, But I do need groschen. Oh, you know what? Oh no, I can't take any of it. You will probably need it more than I do, especially if you're gonna try to get the community back here. Maybe you can use this money to send for your family and maybe some other people. But yes, I can't take any of it. I would love to. But the decent thing here is to let you keep it.
I couldn't possibly take it. You'll need the money to rebuild the village.
As you wish, then. I shan't weigh you down with it.
So, farewell to you. And I hope he gets here soon. Just don't you let him run off again.
I'll keep an eye on him myself. Godspeed to you, Henry. And thank you for your help. God be with you.
And you. So that did sting a little bit, but it was the right thing to do. Now, let's see. Which color? I'm not very liked in Rovna. I need to do something about that. We're going for green.
Yeah.
I could just follow the road, I suppose, instead of riding through the countryside. I can probably ride up here because the road is over here. The last time we rode this way was when we were chased by humans. Get up there, Pebbles. When we were chased by humans and we were bleeding. And I think we died once along the way. Could have. We probably did. I discovered a shrine again. Yeah. This is not. Should we stop by in Talmberg? Oh.
Don't try anything.
Nope, I won't. Bye bye. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I mean, maybe if there would have been people alive, but I saw the dead peasants on the road. I am not gonna involve myself in that. That will only lead to a dead Henry. At this point in time, again, I really need to go to that tourney. Maybe that's what we should do. Go to Uzhitz. Learn to read. Go back to Ratai. Spend some time there, get cleaned up, go on a date with Teresa, and in the morning, go to the tourney. You can also do the look into the mysterious death of the blacksmith's son, who had a weird name that I can't remember. Again, I am terrible with names, especially foreign names. Well, for me, foreign names. So, yeah. So we're gonna ride past Talmberg. A little bit. Nah, we're looking on Talmberg another day. Don't need to do that now. I'm sure the Talmbergians are fine. Although it would be nice to see Captain Robard again. Maybe go say hi to Sir Divish. Just show them that, hey, I'm working for Sir Radzig now. It's cool and all. Hope to see you again soon. Because I'm sure there are some people here who would need the help of a poor little blacksmith boy. So, how far are we from... we're still quite a ways from Uzhitz. God dang it. So, I'll ride along and I will let you know when we arrive. And here is Uzhitz. Oh, the outskirts of Uzhitz. The roads here are kind of terrible, even through the Prisbatislavets forest. I butchered that completely. I guess we didn't learn anything from the Romans when it comes to building roads. At least not in the 15th century. Let's see. Up here is described. Yes, this is what we've been looking for, and Henry is hungry. As always. Can eat an egg. I did buy me some pretzels. I should probably eat those before they go bad. I thought pretzels would actually hold longer. I guess I was wrong. Mr. Scribe, are you in here? Knock knock. Please teach me how to read.
My respects to you.
And mine to you, especially if you can teach me how to read. I'd like to learn. This is the thing we're after. We're not gonna do that. We're too bogged down in side quests. I'd like to learn to read.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
How much time? Well, we can get started.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
A few days? I hope, is it Philip? I hope he will survive. Give him 50 groschen.
Here are your groschen.
Only
Then
50?
we may as well start.
I thought it was gonna cost more to learn how to read.
He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart. Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
Oh. Once I worked my way through it. I learned a new level in reading. Okay, let's sit down. Let's do some... Oh, I have a reading buff. Let's read through this, I guess. One day our countryman, going to the nest of his goose, found there an egg all yellow and glittering. When he took it up, it was as heavy as lead, and he was going to throw it away, because he thought a trick had been played upon him. But he took it home. Damn, that took a while. He took it home on second thoughts, and soon found to his delight that it was an egg of pure gold. Every morning the same thing occurred, and he soon became rich by selling his eggs. As he grew rich, he grew greedy, and thinking to get at once all the gold the goose could give, he killed it and opened it, only to find nothing. Lesson being, don't be greedy. Okay, so how do I get through this book? I got through it. I got through it, sir. I've read the book.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
That being greedy doesn't pay.
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
Carpe diem? Tempus fugit? Is that enough Latin for you? Nullus est libre tamalsu ut tu non aquila, I guess. Parte prosit is what we say when we sneeze. Prosit. Libri muti gistris snoot. Optimus Prime orator est. Yes, he's probably a decent speaker. Qui pasci verbs plurima dicit. Sure. We read Latin now. The scribe went away. Hey, Mr. Scribe, you can't just leave me here. I read your Latin text. Hey. Hello. Well, I read the page, I think.
I read the page.
So tell me, Discipule, what's written there?
This one, because I remember Prusit. Nullus est libertam malus, ut non aliqua parte prosit.
Nullus est liber tam malus, ut non alique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
Mightier than the sword, we can now read. We do have a few books I want to read. We have Hercules and his diet, Come here, Pebbles. And, God dang it, it's Extimount. I'm sure there was some other books. We can now also buy recipes. Alchemy recipes. Reading, you say? That would be under skills, I presume. Reading. Reading skill influences the ability of your characters to actually read books. Without it, any book is just gibberish to him. Higher reading skill decreases the amount of time required to read and comprehend a book. Nice. So we're gonna read all the books. We can be a colleague. All books are cheaper in shops or in the flow. When reading, you'll get tired and hungry twice as slowly as normal. I mean, I'm a haggle guy, so we'll do this one. That would be lovely. You know, not being hungry and tired as much when you're reading. So many books I could read. Sure, fictional books, but not fictional books, but fiction books. But sure. So many fantasy and sci-fi stories out there that I would love to read, but there's just not enough time to read all of them. Alright. We can now read. Which means... yeah, we're not gonna do that. Which means we can probably, hopefully, make the potion for... Right, this was a quest that popped up. Lost and found. It appears you left some important things in the hands of a corpse. The gravedigger has disposed of the body and safely stored away the departed worldly goods at the Rattay Presbytery, where you can pick them up. We'll do that at some point, because I'm guessing that's actually in Rattay. Yep, we need to go back there to have a date with Teresa anyway. Miracle, no. Gonna do that when we get down there too. Bailiff. We have a lot of things to... Isn't this basically on the way? No, but it's on the way from Sasau to Rattay. No. This is what we... Because now we can make him an Artemisia potion. Still... Brother Nicodemus never helped us with this. I'm gonna travel back... I'm gonna try fast traveling all the way back. Let's try fast traveling all the way back. That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. I am pressing all the wrong buttons. How many times, some of us, how many times will we be attacked along the way? It's gonna be dark very soon. So we'll probably be... Well, if we follow the road, maybe not as much. Ooh, we're actually going through... Cloud... Oh, I kind of... Oh. Kind of don't want that. Can I abort this? Ah, nice. Good. The clouded areas stay clouded when you're fast traveling. Ooh, the stars are coming out. Oh, pretty. We weren't attacked even once. Win the journey if you can. Objective failed because I suck at it. Okay, nice. But now I know there's a town there. Also, I need to... go back to the inn and sleep. And in the morning, we will try and give Philip his potion. Back here. Look, Nicodemus. Wooden from Skalitz. Oh wait, maybe when he said he was gonna show me, maybe he taught me the recipe for it. Let's look at this. Look at this, Artemisia! A bitter herb liquor that will put strength in your blood, but also bewilder your eyes with strange visions. Your strength and warfare skills are increased by 5 for 10 minutes. Much easier to read now. You will need spirits, 2 handfuls of wormwood and a handful of sage. So we need 2 wormwood and 1 sage. Savior schnapps. Lullaby. We need poppy, we need thistle, we need herb pears. What the hell is a herb paris? Oh, okay. Poppy, thistle, herb paris. Then we need... I have already forgotten. Sage? Sage and wormwood. God damn it. I should write this down. Go. Do I have any of those on me? I don't need... No. Need thistle. Oh, I have exactly 2 wormwood. Let's just move all the thistles. Then I need a sage, herb paris, and poppy. Is there any of that here? We have a herb paris, we have a poppy. Sage, not so much. I think I just need 1 of each, so maybe Nicodemus is actually selling some. Are you selling... Would that be under other? Yes. Do you sell any poppy? Is it poppy I need or is it sage? I think it's sage. The Alchemist's Dream 2. I'll buy that now that I can read. Treasure Map 4. Don't I already have that one? I took out a few books so I can now... yeah, Treasure Map 4. Are you selling another treasure map 4? Ooh, you scoundrel! We're gonna haggle for these.
Something about the price.
Of course.
Alright, so?
He doesn't really like me because we... I am down to 685 groschen. That is gross. 155.
Is this enough?
Well now, a little more and we'll shake on it.
At least he wasn't offended by the price. So I'll go up to 1 city.
Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
Good. All right, let us do some alchemy. Gotta be careful, because too much alchemy might label us as a witch. So we need 2 wormwood and 1 sage. It should boil the sage for 1 turn, and then cook the wormwood. Oh, it should boil for 1 turn and then just cook for 2 turns. So that's going to be a little bit different. So we need. Shut up. We need wormwood and sage. 2 wormwood. And 1 sage. We are gonna take the wormwood. No? What do we need? We need spiritus. Okay. We need to pour out the spiritus first. Then we can start doing stuff. Grind first, because that takes a while. Grind the wormwood. And put it in the mortar. And then pestle it around. Grindy, grindy, grind a little bit, like so. Perfect. You know your stuff, Henry. How many of you have actually used a mortar and pestle? I have. They're not really used much anymore, are they? To be fair, it's not so much spices. There are some spices I've ground down, of course. Some oregano and some other stuff. But mostly we used it for our poor cat. She had some sort of hereditary gum disease, so she lost most of her teeth. She absolutely hated any kind of soft food though, so we had to take kibble and grind it down and add a little water to that to make it a little bit softer. That she ate. She was a weird cat. Okay, we're gonna boil this for 1 turn. I'm gonna put that into the cauldron. I'm gonna boil.
I won't get any sleep.
There we go. And then we're gonna.
I just won't get any sleep.
There we go. I'm gonna pick this up. Then this is gonna cook for 2 turns. Hopefully I did this right. I'm gonna turn the sunny glass. I'm just gonna do a little. There we go. Can't allow it to go out. That was 1 turn. Then we do another turn. Just to be safe, we do. Come on. There, and then we take a vial, and then hopefully this will complete the potion. Please be a little bit kind to me. I tried my best. What did I get? An Artemisia potion! Perfect. So it does give you a little bit of leeway. That's nice. Now we're gonna make a lullaby. We need oleum.
I can't sleep again.
Okay, so we're not gonna do any grinding. We're gonna drop in the poppy, boil for 1 turn, add the thistle, boil for 1 more turn, leave to cool, and then add the herb Paris. So do I boil, turn, boil poppy, add thistle, boil 1 more turn, just let it cool down, and once it's cool, add the herb Paris. So poppy, thistle, Paris, okay. We need a thistle, we need a poppy, we need a Paris. Poppy, thistle, Paris, right? Yes, we need Oleum. Oil. Check. So first poppy, right? Poppy, boil one. I guess I'm being very, very careful. We're gonna draw this up to boiling first. Just boil, boil, boil. I'm gonna take the poppy.
I can't sleep again.
Put it in. I'm gonna boil for 1 turn. I'm gonna make sure it boils. I'm gonna make sure it boils. We take the thistle. No! Fuck. It's fine. Gonna make sure it boils. Now we're just gonna wait for it to cool. Which is not gonna do for a while. Cause damn, it's boiling.
I just want
Cool
to
down.
be sleep.
Now it's cooking. Yes, now it's just simmering a little bit. I'm gonna wait for it to cool down. Cool down. Take it cool, and then we add the herb Paris, and that should be it. Hopefully. Did I get me something nice? Something good? Lullaby potion! Nice! You gain a lot of leeway. I mean, this alchemy is actually kind of fun. I like the alchemy. Let's see, Insomniac dude. I've got something for you.
I've got something for you.
Really?
Drink this, and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you. See you later.
Yes, have a good night's sleep. Then Philip, who is... I'm stepping on someone. Thomas, administer potion. Administer potion.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. I would like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace. You certainly have earned
Hi.
What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
What's your problem, dude?
Taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed here.
How about having the banquet here?
Wouldn't it be better to have the banquet here, custodian?
What?
If you won't give the sick anything else, couldn't you at least hold the banquet here?
Nobody's going to talk to me that way. Lock him up for the night and let him learn some manners.
Welp. We're serving jail time. I guess we bruised his very, very fragile ego. He probably doesn't even know how to use his dick either. You learned in jail. Can I get out of jail? Yes, I can. I'm bogged down, I guess. What's happening to me? I'm a released prisoner. Your stay in jail has left you malnourished and in an overall weak condition. Your strength, agility, and vitality are lowered. The longer you've been in jail, the worse the penalties. I'm hunger, and I'm tired. I am... Well, this is actually kind of perfect. Because I need to go buy something to eat. I will serve that jail sentence proudly. Because that guy is a total douchebag. And I am having a hard time navigating here. So this is the jail. That's the church I was thinking was the monastery before. So if I go from here, around here, up this way, yeah. Well, hopefully the potion has taken effect. And hopefully the guy has been allowed some sleep. Help the man with the broken leg. I also need to find the herbarium. And we have to see if Philip is better. So we have our work cut out for us. So that is what we're going to do next time, because we're leaving this episode of Kingdom Come Deliverance right here. Did a little bit, learned how to read, finally. So now, before we go to sleep, we can spend a little time each night reading some books. Just need to figure out in which order I want to read the books. Next time we're gonna see how they're faring and probably make our way back to Ratai. As always, thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. You take care of yourself now. Stay strong. Hope I'll see you again next time. You take care of yourself out there. Okay?